fine. If this okay with you, it's okay. Because again, it's not forced them to also live the life they don't want. Yeah. Kila mtu anafaa choose life yake as long as they understand. So please, that is very important. I want us to go to
yeah, so this event was very important, just to bring together the parents and their children, especially those who are living with HIV. Basically, these are part of our beneficiaries. We target quite a bit of beneficiaries. Some of them do not live with HIV, but particularly today, these are parents who are living with HIV. And they came with their children. As you see around, we have children who are teens, and we have those who are still children. So basically today we had an approach of doing this. We had to have parents separately. We also had teens, that's 10 years and above, separately. And then we have our children, those who are below 10 years. They might not be able to articulate issues of treatment. So for them, the focus today was just what we call art and play therapy.
PLWHIV is looking at forming a support group for children of beneficiaries who are infected with HIV and AIDS. So today we had a group of kids. We have those ones who are very young, but we also had the teenage group.
But they are manageable. You are not at a very bad place. I don't know if it is true. I don't know if it is true. Then we have people, angalia mahali umekaa.
Today I feel excited. It is a great day to me.
My expectations as I was coming were to make new friends, socialize, and have fun.
As they go through art and play therapy, they're able to, talk to one another. They're able to just share anything that comes across. And we also observe our behavior. That's why we have one of our colleagues at the point of play, because as they play, we observe the aggression, any kind of behavior which is coming up, and that can affect actually their treatment. So that's why we are doing that.
So the teenagers were put together, and I had a session with them. Through the session, we talked about a lot of issues, but specifically we discussed COVID-19 and how it has been during this time.
COVID-19 has affected me so much, because when the Minister for Health announced that it was in Kenya, schools closed down, everything closed down, which means there was lockdown. It really affected me because I didn't know when we were going to get back to school. I had already made up my mind that next year I was going to be in Form 1. But when it was announced that we were going to stay at home, it was as if I was not going to be there next year. I was just going to repeat.
Corona has really helped me because, for instance, my mom hakuwa ananijua vile, but because of this corona, I've sat down with my mom. Even nimejua tabia za my mom zenye sikuwa najua, because almost all the time I was in the school. Then nilikuwa na have short period of time when coming home, but because of this corona, nimejua my mom in some ways and pia amenijua in some ways.
More candidly, we talked about HIV. We realized these are children of parents who are infected with HIV. And from their body language, most of them, perhaps about 3/4, are aware that their parents are on ARV.
HIV, it makes your immune system to be very low. So that one, like, maybe kama ulikuwa unafanya some activity like as youths, maybe in youth bado uko umepata hiyo nini, but in those coming days maybe ulipata hiyo virus, because some things that you are doing when bado uko umepata hiyo virus, you'll not be able to do some, because your immune system is very weak. As for example, in this corona time, people who are infected with HIV and AIDS are at a higher risk of getting the disease.
To me as an individual, the best way I will protect myself is abstaining from sex and avoiding sharing cutting tools.
The best one can do to support someone who has AIDS is to encourage them to take their medicine on time, and they should not get tired of taking them. Yes.
Are there people who've done to you things and you're feeling surely, this one I cannot forgive? Is it true? That is what it means. Imagine you have to address it.
So the self-awareness session went well, and they just learned that really they need to let go and start afresh. So I believe that having more of these sessions would be good.
From self-awareness session, I've learned today that I should learn to forgive and don't hold grudges against others or the people who wronged me.
Yeah, I found out that I was holding and I was catching so many things. Then as for now, because I've get some teachings, I'm going to know how to handle all of them.
Some of the things that have been taught today, for example, when we were writing the good and bad things people have said about us, we wrote them, but later on you told us to share them. We told them without further thinking, then you told us to put them together again. We did that. Some of us are not able to do it, and in putting them back, there were some teachings in them.
I realized they have unfinished business, a lot of baggage that they may need to talk about. I encouraged counseling, to reach out for counseling, because the 3W offers counseling for beneficiaries and their families.
Counseling will help me to overcome my fears, and it will also help me to forgive those who I find hard to forgive.
Self-stigma and outside stigma. Koro self-stigma ni to stigma ma outside seche moko ok in real.
Now, for the parents, basically today was to take them through building their skills and knowledge on disclosure process. As we acknowledge that all these parents are living positively, and we know the LBQ parents, most of them, actually I would tell you most of them are like single parents. And therefore, they find it first difficult being able to raise the children alone. Now, considering that HIV is also part of the life of their children, so it's like a double tragedy. It's really challenging handling these children. So today, basically, we wanted these parents to acquire skills and knowledge on how to conduct disclosure to those children.
Leo tumejifunza vitu mingi kuhusu siku ya leo. Ya kwanza, as parents tumekuwa na session yenye tumejifunza more about HIV and AIDS and disclosing, how we can do disclosing even to our family, to our friends and where we stay.
Akaniuliza, mama, nataka kukuuliza kitu. Damu yenye inatokanga huku, ile monthly period, inatokanga wapi?
Disclosing is a good thing because this is something yenye, tuseme for example, ni siku yako imefika ya kuenda kuchukua dawa. Kama uja disclose kwa mtu, pengine au kwa position, umeenda kazi, utarudi late. A disclosing, ukidisclose kwa mtoto wako, mtoto atachukua yule mjukumu wa kukusaidia. So it's something very good, or to your sister, anyone who can support you.
So basically, one of the major things we were discussing is their experience living with children who are HIV positive. So basically that area, we looked at their experience in terms of what are the issues which are coming up. How are their children taking drugs? How do they monitor their children when they are at home? Because their children were in school and the school is taking care of how they take care of their drugs. So that is one of the areas we have looked at. What we learned in our past assessment is that they have not been disclosed to. So they are not aware why they are taking daily pills. And therefore, it was very important that we bring them today just for that conversation. Do they understand HIV? Do they understand AIDS? Do they understand the drugs they are taking and why they are taking now? Because we realize that most of them the parents have not disclosed to. So we haven't disclosed, but we're just taking them through a sensitization process of being able to understand HIV, you know, and AIDS and treatment, issues of adhering to their drugs.
Ni vizuri mtu kufanya disclosing, because usipofanya disclosing is like wewe mwenyewe uja accept who you are, and without you kuto accept who you are, even the drugs zenye unatumia haitakusaidia. But if you accept this thing, haitakuwa ni aibu kwako kukudisclosia mtu mwenye, si ati unadisclosia kila mtu, but for the person mwenye anaweza kukupatia support, inaweza ikakusaidia, at least itakutolea some stress, itakutolea some aibu, some stigma. So it is good.
On behalf of the Executive Director, Don Catherine, I would wish to thank all our beneficiaries for making time to be here and even trusting us with their issues. Just wish to tell them that we are an organization that looks into their freedom, their justice and equity issues, so they can trust us. 3W is the place to go.